So I wasn't really planning on checking this film out, mostly because I didn't hear the best things about this movie. But I was just surfing through the streaming services trying to find something to watch, and instead of watching Stranger Things or Succession like a normal person, I decided to put on Ghosted because of sheer curiosity. So Ghosted follows Chris Evans living out my wildest dreams of going out with Ana de Armas and getting ghosted by her. Cole easily falls in love with women like I do and begins to get clingy, sending her a billion messages in hopes that she responds. And so when he finds out that Ana de Armas is Sadie, ghosted him, he decides to travel to London to find out if she actually did, and then he finds out her deepest, darkest secret. So this film is directed by Dexter Fletcher, who directed Eddie the Eagle, an underrated little film that I actually quite enjoyed. He also directed Rocketman, and I believe he directed the last half of Bohemian Rhapsody. The film is written by Rhett Reeves, Paul Warnick, and Chris McKenna, and it definitely shows because it feels like 3 different projects all at once. You have a rom-com type setting, which I find kind of offensive because this movie is not romantic or funny. And then you also have this spy espionage once he finds out that she is an actual spy. And even though Chris Evans and Ana de Armas are beautiful to look at, they are stunning human beings. And for the most part, they actually deliver a decent performance. However, I did not feel the chemistry between these two, even though it was trying so hard to force that chemistry upon us. Now, if you've seen any rom-coms or action rom-coms for that matter, you know exactly where this film is going, and it tries to go in different directions, trying to surprise you a little bit. But this movie should have just been called Cliche the Movie, because that is exactly what this movie is. Now, we've seen Ana de Armas kick so much ass in No Time to Die, and I just can't wait to see her in the John Wick spin-off Ballerinas. But in this movie, she definitely does kick so much ass, but I just felt like her performance was a little bit flat. Chris Evans also, Captain America, Johnny Storm, kicks so much ass. However, he is more of a whiny little character from beginning to end, and at times it works. Other times it just feels so forced. There are a couple of moments here and there where he has to fight somebody off, but then once you get to the third act CGI fight, but it feels like his fights come out of nowhere, and it just absolutely doesn't work. You have Adrian Brody, who plays the villain, and even though I do adore Adrian Brody when he is on screen, boy does he fail to make me feel intimidated by this guy. I did not like the villain in this movie. The plot in this movie is exactly what you think this movie is going to be, plot point by plot point, and it has been said that this movie is kind of a gender reversal of the Night and Day film with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz, and that movie was everything this movie was not. It was romantic, it was funny, and it was a lot of fun. This movie just throws all that out the window. We also have some running jokes that kind of feel flat and overused so many times. It feels like they didn't know exactly where to go with this movie. Plus, at times you also feel like this movie is a bit of a music video because they incorporate really popular music like Bruno Mars, The Nags, all that fun stuff just to make it feel a little bit more fun, and it just does not work. And it just feels like it overstays its welcome because there are a lot of different plot points that really diverge this film from what it could have been, because it starts off as a rom-com, and for the most part it was a little bit charming at the beginning. However, once we get into that second act point and we find out who Ana de Armas really is, it goes in a whole different direction where I was just felt bored, and as somebody with crippling insomnia, I was really hoping that this movie would put me to sleep. It did not. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Ghosted a 3 out of 10. There are some fun action sequences here and there, but I just found no chemistry between Ana de Armas and Chris Evans, even though I do like them. But those are my thoughts on Ghosted. Have you guys checked it out? Did you guys have the displeasure of watching this film? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more. Click that bell notification so you get notified every single time that a video pops up, and let me know if you've been ghosted.